Nintendo presents a Retro Studios game. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Hey guys! What's up? Phase All Gone 420 or welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be playing Metroid Prime 2 Echoes on the GameCube. So, I'm gonna start. So, I played this last year, but about a year and a half ago, but it was the Wii version. It wasn't the game. This is the original GameCube version. I'm gonna show you right here. This is my original copy from when I was a kid here. This was originally owned by the video store in Campbellton here, but whenever they were getting rid of their GameCube games, I bought this one here. I still have it still says it right here. The phone number probably doesn't work anymore, but it says that was the name of my video store, Sin Video Club. Sin Video Club. I think it was Cinema Video Club. It was just Sin for short. Like C-I-N-E. Yeah, but that's my original Metroid Prime copy from when I was a kid. Yeah, like I got the Prime 2. I think it was whenever they were getting the Wii stuff in. And so I got 3 save files here. I got 100% file on Samus 1. I got Samus 3. I got Hard 2. I'm gonna erase Samus number 3. Samus 3. So yeah, this game has a single player mode. There is also the multiplayer mode. I can't really show the multiplayer modes because I don't have anyone with me, but I remember when I was a kid, me and my best friend, he'd come over and we used to play this together. The multiplayer mode, there was like a deathmatch and a bounty mode. Yeah, the deathmatch there had a mode where you had the turret and such. Yeah, hopefully if they remaster these games on Switch, they should add some online multiplayer to it. Yeah, this was originally going to have online multiplayer, but it was probably due to the hardware limitations. And Nintendo was starting to experiment with online with the GameCube, with like Animal Crossing and Kirby Air Ride. And the phasing. Mission file 02546. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Aether. Uploading last coordinates now. This is one of my favorite game intros of all time. Yeah, this whole intro made Samus look like a total badass. Yeah, this intro makes Samus a badass. The way she just flies into the planet. And the colors are pretty cool as well. So this is Pride 2. So it's basically it has the same stuff as the first game. You have the scan visor. You got the power bead. Got charge bead. Morph ball. Bobs. You got boost ball. You got boost ball from the first Prime game. Gotta shoot these things. It's like the first game where you have to shoot those little targets there. Get through an area. We have this door. We can't get through here yet. Unable to interface with door. Control system. Cannot translate alien text. And most of you probably know what... Most of you that probably see my first playthrough of this probably know what that is. Okay, so I jumped down the hole. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 with the... Yeah, one thing that actually be a really cool idea for Prime 4 is if they have the ing return. That'd be a cool idea. That'd be an interesting concept. Yeah, they have a similar, like they have the similar leg design to Metroid Prime, and the Emperor Egg and the Ing, they have a similar design to Metroid Prime, but the Luminoths, I remember the Luminoths saying that the Ing, they'll go on to attack other planets. So. And they're from the Phazon asteroid or what? They're from that Phazon asteroid, so. Yeah, they're from the Phazon asteroid that we see in Prime 3, the one that Samus destroys. But yeah, that's what caused Talon 4 to have the impact crater inside. It was an asteroid. It was the Phazon asteroid. Same with the planet here, Planet Aether. Dark Aether was created from the asteroid, Phazon asteroid. It split it into two worlds. It's complicated to explain exactly, but we'll probably figure it out. We'll probably see where we get to the Luminoth. Yeah, all these Galactic Federation troopers are all possessed by the Ing. They're like zombies now. Or skip the cutscene there. Should I freaking hit the freaking start? I hit the start X and B button by mistake. Shit. Yeah, if you hit start B and X, you restart the game. I get to skip this up until the part that we missed. But yeah, how I'm gonna do this stream is I'm gonna do one at night and one when it's dark outside and one when it's day outside. It's a reference to the game here. It's a good reference though, good way to reference Prime to have one stream at day and one stream at night. It's kind of like the dark and light, kind of like the dark world, light world system. It's to reference that. Because this game, the portals in this game, you go through different. You have the light world and dark world. It's one of the biggest things about this game. A lot of people compare this game to Link to the Past with the light world, dark world system. Yeah, like, it'd be really cool if Prime 4 brought something like that back, but for multiple planets. Like, that'd actually be pretty interesting if they did something like that. If they made Prime 4 that like a Prime 2, but it had Prime 3 style of Prime 3's planet system. Engineering status log. 0 said reporting. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity can knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. Bioscan complete. Scanning whatever there is in the room. Ball. 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 There's Dark Samus. Yeah, this is their first appearance in the Metroid series. Yeah, she was in the post-credit scene of Prime, but we didn't see her full body. We saw her hand in her eye. This is where you first go to the dark world, but you don't actually play in the area. You can't move around this area. The inn, that's the inn. There is Dark Samus. Yeah, so Chozo battle suit alert battle gear stolen by creatures. Space jump thrusters offline. Grapple beam launcher offline. Warp ball boost unit offline. Power bomb generator offline. Missile launcher offline. Warp ball bomb module offline. All remaining systems online and active. Yeah, I don't know how they have the. Yeah, like I don't know why they mentioned the grapple beam or the power bombs, even though Samus doesn't have them yet. They didn't even have them on her. Like she had her she didn't even have her grapple beam on her at all. So I don't know why they say that she has a grapple beam off with her. Yeah, there is the grapple guardian and the power bomb guardian. Maybe Samus had the items, but they weren't active. Like, the power bombs would be pretty broken at that part of the game anyways, though. To fuck up the troopers like that with just a power bomb. So let's see what we got so far. So we see what we got for lore. Force 2. I don't like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. There is something wrong with the lock systems. In this section, they failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Yeah, we're gonna take some time to actually listen to the lore in this game. Yeah, I like how the lore in this game, how you could open it right away. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time. Yeah, he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we could get. That's true, but if he goes berserk, he kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Because that trooper was crushed. Temple grounds. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there is no way we'll get the ship's engines off online. Atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. It doesn't even do anything. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. This is ridiculous. I can't outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Yeah, we do a very specific jump here. I'm trying to get it. You have to do it. Come on. Ghetto jump. Yeah, if you get over to the you get over to the side here, you get the missile launcher. You get 100. It's a 101% glitch. There we go! Yeah, you get up here and you can break open the missile launcher. Snag it. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. Cool. Man, I hope that is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep ever. They'll eat me. Eat. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to draw. Pretty soon, we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Brody. And he's the stingiest grunt I know. Yeah, the Temple Grounds has two map systems, two map stations. Last night at Chow, Incest starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Apparently, Bigfoot and Santa Claus exist in the Metroid universe. control the Dash Region system, we engaged in an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and crashed on the planet Aether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Aether's atmosphere. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comm systems. Upon landing, we split into 2 units. One to set up. It's too fast. It's too fast to freaking read. Yeah, so those dark splitter guys end up appearing, and looky here, I got another missile launcher. Rhoda lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. I hold on. Hey, halt! No! Help! Transmission ends. I saw D'Angelo was playing this recently. Yeah, we already got this map. I don't really understand why they have another map, why the map still responds. But it doesn't even count as a percentage anyways. But the missile launch, the second missile launcher does. It counts as 101%. Yeah, in Prime 2 there, you go for a 101% run. So I'm gonna probably play for today. I'm probably gonna play up to either a Morbus, and maybe if we have time, play a little bit of the Torvus Bog. gonna turn off the hint system here. Visors. Hint system off. I get to scare those other times anyways, but we're in the Great Temple now. Yeah, this area right here is basically the main hub of the game. Like it connects it to the temple grounds, and each route of the temple, like it connects it to the temple grounds, like it connects to different parts of the temple grounds. Like one route leads to Torvis, another route leads to Sanctuary Fortress, and there's one that leads to Aegon. Gotta take a puff now before he faced the first boss. I got the Alpha Splinter on the list, so this is the first boss in the game, is the Dark Alpha Splinter. Yeah, you just have to shoot him there. It's just really easy. Just dodge his attacks. Shoot. Got him! A very easy boss. Unknown technology. System alert. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology has bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Do not be afraid. I am Umos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space. The strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two. One of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ing has stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy with it. They have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You're our only hope, Samus. Should we follow the Ing, we'll look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices indoors coated with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. gonna tell you guys one of the stories. This is a story I wanted to tell on D'Angelo's panel yesterday, but I forgot to. This is one of the stories of when I first experienced porn. So, what happened was that I was in grade 8 in the middle school, and I remember that I was hanging out with Killer J's cousin, Stuart. And what happened was that what Stuart did is that he got a 3DS at the time, and he put a whole bunch of pornographic images on his 3DS, like images, GIFs, the whole shebang, you know, whole bunch of anime girls, like a whole bunch of anime porn and such. And I remember that I gave him one nickname that I used to give him was the Pussy, because his last name is Pussy, and he had a whole bunch of pictures with a whole bunch of naked anime girls. So I used to nickname him the Pussy. Stuart the Pussy. Because he used to have a whole bunch of anime photos on his 3DS. And that was actually my first experience with porn, was that those anime photos on the Pussy's 3DS. Yeah, recently there he texted me giving me shit over me being a druggie or whatever. It's fucking marijuana, it's legal, like I'm not committing a fucking crime or anything. Yeah, you can ask Killer J, man. If you hate D'Angelo shit, D'Angelo just does his own thing there. Like I'm not really interested in a lot of D'Angelo's videos there. Like there's some topics there that I could tell that I'm not really interested in some of D'Angelo's topics. Whenever I say yeah, some of his topics, I'm not really that interested. Like the whole politics thing, like I don't really know much about politics. Like I try to go by what he says and such. Like he still talks about the old Dr. Nigola thing, like. Yeah, and there's the whole memes and such, like the Monsters Inc. memes. Yeah, those were funny, I'll admit that there, but they get old sometimes. Like he still does the YouTube drama there, like we toned down YouTube drama, which is good. Yeah, like people keep accusing us of doing something bad, even though we're doing nothing. Like we're just doing videos about games and shit. Get off our fucking backs. Killer J probably still sleeping right now, but It wakes up sometimes early in the morning. Good telling my little joke. Now, I'll admit some of my jokes on YouTube, like a good portion of my jokes are stolen from one of my friends. My friend there when he used to get high, when he used to get high, there he used to laugh about really funny shit and all that. Yeah, but it's been almost 2 years since I've talked to some of my friends. They're like, some of them, like, I don't know what they've been doing for the last 2 years because freaking COVID split a lot of people up and shit. Yeah, like the only friend, like most, like there's some friends here that just want to stay in quarantine and shit. Just want to be left alone. Yeah, COVID has put that freaking mental state on everyone. They just want to be where they're just used to being inside and shit. Like at least I move out a little bit more. Like during the winter time, I'm inside more, but during the summer, spring and summertime, I'm out a lot more. Like a lot of people, people probably see me out and about. Like it wasn't like for the last month, for a month during my YouTube, they're like during the summer, they're like I took a little 1 month break during that time. Yeah, I'm gonna reset back to my save there so I get the other scan. I missed the scan back there. Yeah, the only really friend I really chat with nowadays is D'Angelo. Yeah, because most of my friends from like high school and such most of them are complete freaking dildos. Like there's some that are going on to have successful lives, but there is some of them, like I know some friends that are just focusing towards negative shit. Like that's the reason I stopped hanging out with one of my buddies there, because yeah, before I was hanging out with D'Angelo, one of my buddies that I was hanging out with, he was being very negative and toxic. And I just don't want fucking drama anymore. friend I was hanging out with before D'Angelo, like he was saying shit like he was, like he wanted to join ISIS and shit. Like that's really fucked up. Like that's terrorist stuff, terrorist talk. Yeah, like I let him into my apartment. I let him into my old apartment where I was living above my aunt's place, but I was trying to be a good friend to him, but he ended up breaking the rules by freaking out my aunt, like he was being too loud. It's because he was always stomping and slamming his hands around like he was a gorilla. Like if he knew how to freaking talk, how to say common shit, like maybe he thinks it work in the apartment here. Like D'Angelo, like when D'Angelo was here, like he was all chill and such. Like he didn't cause any noise there. Like he played music, but he used headphones after 11. When it was quiet, like he would use headphones. Yeah, like he plays games at loud volume and shit too. That's what's crazy, is that he plays at like 80 or 90% of the volume. That's freaking too loud. And whenever I was too high to even notice it either. Like I remember that me and my friend there, like whenever we were sleeping hanging out, was getting freaking high as a kite. That's probably what caused him to start laughing and shit. That was probably what caused them to laugh. But weed always does that. Weed will always freaking make you laugh. Trust me about that. If you see my stream where I start getting all giggly and shit. I start giggling and shit. That's what marijuana does. It makes you fucking weird, yo. Yeah, my friend there, like, my friend that was laying into my old apartment, the one that got himself, that didn't let himself, like, after he started making all that noise, he wasn't allowed in my apartment after that. Like, it was mainly after 11 that he would always be loud. Yeah, and my cousin wasn't really nice to him as well. Yeah, my cousin that my great aunt that owned the old place, but it was my cousin. He was around his 50s or 60s. He was always never nice to my friend there, but he was never nice to me either. Like he always he actually hit me physically. Not gonna get into that shit, but he always had a bad temper. Just gonna leave it at that. And also the fact that he smokes marijuana, or marijuana can affect people differently. Like someone else there, like it can make people mad, it can make people freaking freak out. Like you can see me there in my streams. I'm really chill when I'm stoned. Sun's starting to come out. Welcome. I am Aisha, Central of the Aegon Temple. This message survives my death, as guidance to one who would fight the Ying. A portal to Dark Aether lies nearby with it. You can travel to this land's shadow. You must locate the Dark Temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside, you will find the energy control you seek. The temple door is held fast by 3 locks. The keys for the locks are hidden throughout the Dark Land. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of Dark Aether is dangerous and cripple the strongest of warriors. In our past struggles with the Ying, we placed a series of light crystals throughout their world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from the harmful atmosphere of the Dark World. I have updated your transfer module. You can access devices and doors coated with amber holograms. More lands are open to explore. When you have taken the energy from the Dark Temple, return here at once. May the light of Aether serve you well. Energy fully replenished. So we're gonna go back and save now. Aether's planetary stage supply reached a critical stage. If left unchecked, the energy would expire, bringing an end to the world. Our greatest minds devised a way to preserve and regulate the remaining planetary energy. The energy controllers. Got 20 missiles. Yeah, so we're gonna backtrack a little bit. I was looking on Digital World in Fredericton. I might end up buying either an Xbox 360 or a 2DS. Yeah, the 360 I'm thinking of, I might end up buying is a 320 gigabyte. It's the Gears of War edition with the red skull on it. It's a red Xbox with the giant skull on it. Yeah, I got D'Angelo's Xbox hard drive and I want to test it. Yeah, like I'm gonna see if I try to get D'Angelo's Xbox working, but it's a guaranteed. I don't know, like it's not guaranteed to work 100%. Like I tried to explain D'Angelo that, like he doesn't seem to really know much about retro repair. Like the PS3 that I had to exchange, it was a common problem with the black screen of death, but the black screen of death there, like it's a common problem with the PS3s, but it's a guaranteed for the stuff to work, for whatever it is to work with it, work. Like the. Yeah, but at least I got a new PS3 now. I'm playing a little bit of some games and such on it. Playing some GTA and such. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the God of War Saga and Ratchet and Clank collection. I'm gonna try to get some of the collection games to the PS3. You get those games on, yeah, the PS3, you get most PS2 remasters on there. Yeah, but I still want to get a PS2 for some stuff. I just still want to get the other console. I also want to get Simpsons Hit and Run. Yeah, that's actually one game I might end up getting in for all of it. Well, I might try to get my hands on Simpsons Hit and Run. I think I actually saw Simpsons Hit and Run. You can actually get the GameCube version at Digital World in Fredericton. It's Digital World Evergreen Traders. The retro game stores there, like. If it's still there by the time I'm down there, I might get that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm still going on that friggin' trip or not. I'm still waiting to hear from my parents because I'm tagging along on their trip because they're going to see my sister up in Fredericton there. So I'm gonna tag along on the trip. Get an opportunity to check out some retro game shops and pawn shops and such. There's quite a few retro game stores and pawn shops in Fredericton. Yeah, like there's this Digital World and Evergreen Traders are both pawn shops that are owned by the same company. Like that, they have their website has them both on the same area. Like it has Evergreen Traders and Digital World. They both have the same website. So when you add up to the cart, one store goes to Evergreen Traders and one goes to, let's say if I get a PS3 that's on Digital World and a 3DS that's at Evergreen Traders, there'll be separate orders. They're separate orders or they do it at the same time. I don't know exactly. They got there's a dark pirate trooper. The main energy controller was built in the Great Temple. 3 sub-controllers were built in the Temple of Taurus, Aegon, and Sanctuary. They collected the energy of Aether, then radiated it over the world to all who needed it. In time, we came to call this precious energy the light of Aether. It brought an age of peace and prosperity to the Luminoth. This is a puzzle here. Yeah, this is basically lowering the platforms here. I keep freaking hitting the start button by mistake though. Fuck this up. At least I freaking saved before that. I don't really care how to fight the pirates again. Keep freaking hitting the start button. Trying to break that habit. I'm just gonna make some coffee here. I want to show you guys this actually. I want to showcase. I got this mug here. It says Super Metroid on it. It says Super. It shows the Super Nintendo logo. Just wait till I come back with this cup with the mug. Yeah, my Keurig is pouring. Yeah, most people probably know me for drinking a freaking Mountain Dew. I don't drink Mountain Dew as much anymore. Like I do drink some Gatorade sometimes. Still has some sugar in it though. But it's not as much as Mountain Dew, and not a lot, and there's not a lot of caffeine like Mountain Dew. Go use the washroom. Oh shit, my coffee. I don't want to spill any coffee on the keyboard, but yeah, this is my Super Metroid mug. Yeah, whenever you have something hot inside the mug, it changes heat. When you have something hot in the mug, the box art from the original Super Metroid game appears. Like the cover, like this. And I wanted to show that little thing to you there. I got my coffee on the other table here. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it near any of my weed products or anything. Don't want any coffee spilled on my weed. Or any other beverages. Aether was a fertile, aged world with bountiful fields and oceans. The native creatures were gentle compared to other worlds. We settled in a mountain region at first, and cliffside dwellings in time. We established settlements in the green forest of Torvis and the fertile plains of Agon. A great temple was built between our three domains, a place of peace and a monument to our accomplishments. It was a time of harmony for our people. We already read that. I'm probably gonna play up until the tourist block for today. Then later on, we're gonna take care of the. We're gonna take care of tourist block after. Oh shit. First thing, fight. Got him. So I get, this is a little trick that you could do, a little boss trick. So the jump guy leaps in. Things are gonna play out. Look at that! Look his life is almost depleted. That was because I was shooting him where he's supposed to spawn from. Yeah, that's a really cool. That's a boss trick you can do in the game to deplete his health faster. He just sleeps around the friggin' stage anyways. Shoots those waves. you can do that. You have to go on the sides. You have to, when you enter the arena, don't go right to the portal. Go on the sides here. And if your engine runs low, just shoot those little things there for the health. Those spike things. So I got space jump boots. That's a pretty, that's a boss trick in the game. That's one that, I wonder if that's intentional or not in the game. I wonder if that was made to be intentional. Because that's where he's supposed to spawn there, but you're just shooting at an invisible wall. And maybe that was intentional, but it's hard to say if it was intentional or not. Yeah, like Nintendo, they do intentional item skips in the Metroid games. They had intentional boss tricks, like in Metroid Dread. There, you could use the bomb slot to go. If you get early bombs, you could use the bombs to instantly kill Craig during phase 2. And in Super Metroid, you can also defeat Dragon using the grapple beam. Instead of this missile, you use the grapple beam. Now we're going into the Space Pirate base. So you got space jump boots, the boingy boingy shoes. That's my little nickname I came up with for them. The boingy boingy shoes, because basically when he jumps like boingy boingy. Like look, the boingy boingy shoes. Boingy boingy. Boingy boingy. I got that from a streamer, DarkJ13. Nicknames the space jump boots the boingy boingy shoes. Yeah, boingy boingy boots sounds better because BBB. Boingy boingy boots. Triple B. Yeah, the Metroid Prime games are definitely games that aged well. Definitely still playable. Definitely really good playable today. These games, the GameCube ones, are definitely much better on a CRT though. Yeah, playing the GameCube version is much better than playing on a CRT, I find. I got the CRT right next to my TV right here. I got my CRT right over there. And I have my GameCube's normally hooked up to it, but the old CRTs don't support HDMI for the capture card, so I have to capture it through here, through a flat screen. I'm gonna take a puff now. Yeah, we've been streaming for about 2 hours now. Yeah, we're gonna finish the Aegon Waste. We're probably gonna finish the Aegon Waste, then we're gonna we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish the stream probably after the Aegon wastes, like after finishing the temple and such. Yeah, if I end up getting a new 2DS, yeah, I might end up buying the new 2DS XL, and if I end up getting a new 3DS or a new 2DS XL while I'm in Fredericton, who knows? We might see one of the Metroid games that we haven't seen yet. It's one of the Metroid games that we haven't streamed on the channel. Yeah, Nintendo ends up announcing the remaster of the Prime trilogy. I might end up playing this again for a third time. Yeah, this room was in the demo game of Prime 2. Yeah, I used to rent this game, but I never owned it till 2006, 2007. It was around the same time when the Wii came out when I got this. But the first 2D Metroid game I played was actually Zero Mission. That was the first 2D Metroid game I played. It's a great way to start off the Metroid series. Start with the 2D series. Yeah, the second 2D Metroid I owned there was Metroid Fusion. That was the second 2D game I played. I didn't experience Metroid 2 until I got it on 3DS Virtual Console. That was my first experience beating Metroid 2. Same with Super Metroid. I beat Super Metroid on the Wii U version. Metroids. Talon Metroid. Pirate Arrow Trooper. Yeah, I like how those aerial pirates there, all those flying pirates in Prime 3. I like the animation that they have whenever they get shot down. Looks more realistic when they get shot down in Prime 3. Yeah, I like the design of the space pirate. The space pirates designed in Prime 3, they look more intimidating. And one theory I actually have for Metroid Prime 4 is that Dark Samus is controlling Psylocke. A lot like how Dark Samus controlled Run Discord and Gandrada in Prime 3. Dark Samus is the one who's controlling Psylocke, and Dark Samus used Psylocke at the end of Federation Force to get the Metroid egg. Energy tank acquired. Like if a phazon seed in Metroid Prime 4, if a phazon seed is embedded into the planet long enough, it'll eventually become its own version of Planet Phase. The planet itself that has a seed in it would become a replica of Planet Phase, like the one that we see in Prime 3. Like, for example, if the asteroid stayed in the Aether long enough, it would have probably become Planet Phase. Same with Talon 4. If the asteroid would have stayed in Talon 4 long enough, if Samus ever went to stop that would have became Planet Phase if Samus never stopped Metroid Prime. Oh, and also in Prime 3, one thing to know in Prime 3 is that there's more than one Metroid Prime because we see in Planet Phase, if we look closely, we can see Metroid Primes being created in the walls and such. In the scenes, we see Metroid Prime, like, it looks like unborn ones as well, like, oh yeah, I'll explain it, but it looks like some that are unborn versions of Metroid Prime. Yeah, they're like in a cocoon or whatever. I'm pretty sure they're like in a cocoon. Yeah, like you have to zoom in that part of the game there, but it's around the very end of the game. There's also a scanner in Prime 3 that states that there's a seed that will eventually become its own replica of Phase. there's a scan that states that a planet could become phase. Like the pirate homeworld in Prime 3 was starting to look a lot like pure Phazon. Looked corrupted. It was starting to look kind of like Planet Phase. If Samus never stopped the planet, well, it would have became its own version of Phase. And speaking of Metroid Prime, there is Dark Samus. Dark Samus 1. Yeah, I like how you can view the models of the characters. I need to turn up the brightness a little bit there. I'm gonna make a pop. Make a pop. Yeah, I could see Dark Samus returning in Metroid Prime 4 a possibility, like especially with the recent photo. Recent promotion picture, one of the recent promotion pictures for Prime 4, it looks like Dark Samus. There's one that has Samus with one shoulder pad looking like Dark Samus. Kind of like the promotional, some of the promotional ones for Prime 2. And then there's one where it's the full, where it looks like it's completely Dark Samus. Like, Dark Samus is in Smash Ultimate, so maybe they added that in for a reason. Like Psylux was, like people want to see Psylux, but we never got Psylux, so Dark Samus could be. Dark Samus, they must have had Dark Samus for a reason. Yeah, in the next Smash Brothers game, two Metroid reps that would actually be good additions would be Psylux and Ravenbeak. Now I refer to Dark Samus as an it, since Dark Samus was originally Metroid Prime, and the gender is unidentified, Dark Samus would be in it. But since it copied Samus's DNA, we could kind of say she's female. Well, it's hard to say since she just copied Samus's Phazon suit. Yeah, what Metroid Prime was trying to do in the first game, Metroid Prime was trying to copy Samus's Phazon suit. Yeah, apparently there's some rumors that we're just getting a Metroid Prime remake and not the Prime Trilogy remaster. Yeah, if they remake Metroid Prime, one thing that would actually be a good addition is if they added Metroid Prime 1.5 has an expanded part of the game, like Zero Mission. Yeah, Metroid Prime 1.5 takes place. Yeah, Metroid Prime 1.5 was an unreleased Metroid game, is what Prime 2 would have became. Yeah, so if they make Metroid Prime, if they remake Metroid Prime in that part of the game, that would actually make the game more worth buying. If they expanded the game with that part in. Yeah, like in Metroid Prime 1.5, the story was gonna take place on a ship there, but they could easily work around some stuff like they could have like Samus be able to return to town for any time there, but if when she would return, the impact crater, the area to the entrance to the impact crater would all be destroyed. That'd actually be a really great way to change up Metroid Prime's gameplay if they remake Metroid Prime and they added Retro Studios. They added the then released 1.5 into the mix. So I don't really see any areas in the game that can expand in the first Prime game. Like maybe have Metacrate, maybe have an area with Metacrate as the boss. I don't know, make a bigger impact crater. Yeah, they could do an impact crater escape sequence. That's one thing they could do in a Metroid Prime remake. Where after beating Metroid Prime and getting your Phazon suit stripped, they would have to escape. They would have to escape the impact crater. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways to change up the gameplay. If they're remaking just the first game, they have to find some ways to make it worth buying there, because make it worth buying just the first game as a remake. Because the first game is like a 20-year-old GameCube game. People are expecting 3 games to be together. But if they expanded the game like that, that'd be fine if they expanded the game that way. Yeah, maybe they can make Prime 2 and 3 like make Prime 2 and 3 digital downloads or something. Or they can release them later on or whatever. Yeah, someone that worked on Metroid Prime Hunters said he wanted to see a Metroid Prime Hunters remake. Yeah, the remake Metroid Prime Hunters, they could easily go for a twin-stick control style setup. Like Metroid Prime Hunters control scheme is not that great on the DS there, so a remake of Metroid Prime Hunters would actually be a good idea. Like with graphics closer to Metroid Prime and such. Especially since Silex is going to be in Prime 4, they should remake Metroid Prime Hunters. the having an online multiplayer would be fun. And also, it would sell Nintendo Switch Online memberships. And I get to play. I would probably play as Trace if they have the online multiplayer. There'll probably be a lot of people that's gonna be playing as Trace because he's the most powerful character in the game. Yeah, the Imperialist is his weapon, and it's fucking broken. Yeah, and Trace can also turn invisible too. Yeah, there's the Wi-Fi servers, but it's not officially from Nintendo. And you also need a web server if you want to use that Wi-Fi as well. And those are old security servers as well for internet. Not many people use that now. Most people use WPA2 with their internet. That's what I use with Bell. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Metroid Prime Hunters remake though. And maybe they could even include Metroid Prime Pinball as a bonus as well. That was another game release for the DS. Yeah, they could also include that in a Metroid Prime remake as well, since it was originally from. It's basically Metroid Prime retold in pinball form. Yeah, they could use that as a little two-player split screen game. Two-player co-op split screen game. And you can shake the controller to shaking the controller will shake the pinball machine around. Yeah, like how Metroid Prime Pinball used the touchscreen to shake the pinball machine. Feel like that. But yeah, Metroid Prime remake there, that would actually be good there. They have included that. They included the Metroid Prime remake included. Yeah, included the Metroid Prime pinball and also a Metroid Prime remake. Like another thing that would actually be cool is if they added. Trying to think of some. Like if they add how Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime can link up with the link cable. Be really cool idea is if you have a save file of Metroid Dread on your Switch, an existing save file, you'll be able to get the Dread suit. The Metroid Dread suit has a suit. Yeah, and the phase-on suit for the Dread suit would be the Metroid suit from Metroid Dread, the Metroid suit. That actually sounds fucking awesome, honestly. It'd also be a way to sell copies of Metroid Dread as well to get that content. But you would have to probably have to do to accomplish some stuff, like beat Metroid Prime or beat Metroid Dread or whatever. Like if it's a beaten copy of Metroid Dread there, like that would make sense. Because you normally have to beat Metroid Prime to unlock the fusion suit. Yeah, and also they could also unlock it through amiibos. That could be an alternative method. Unlocking it via amiibo. Like if you scan the Dread Suit Samus, you will unlock the Metroid Dread Suit Samus. Yeah, the amiibos, the Metroid Prime remake there, they could use amiibo compatibility, but it will basically be like a cheat code system. Okay, already got the second beam in the game. Got the light beam. It's kind of. I like how they had the beams in different places. I had the light. I like how they had the light beam in the dark world and dark beam in the light world. They're in the opposite places. Come on. Yeah, and also Metroid Prime Remake could also have boss rush mode. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah, Metroid Prime Remake could add some more bonus content, like add Metroid Prime Pinball and the Metroid Dread suit, the suit from Metroid Dread. Yeah, Metroid Prime Pinball could also use the online multiplayer as well, or you could use the single Joy-Con. There aren't really many controls used for Metroid Prime Pinball. Just use the shoulder buttons. Yeah, basically all the buttons. You just need to use the shoulder buttons to move. The SL and SR would be for using the pinball, and one of the buttons there, the face buttons would be for bombs and upgrades and such. So you do use some upgrades, like get missiles and power bombs. And that's the Dark Temple key. But yeah, Nintendo decides to remake Metroid Prime on the Switch, like the first game. If the rumors are true, like they need to find ways to make it more appealing, add more content to make it worth buying. My ideas are pretty like. It's probably what Nintendo's gonna do. Since Metroid Prime Pinball is basically the same thing as Metroid Prime, it makes sense to put it as an extra thing. And the Dread suit and the Dread suit, the save data connection bonus would be a good idea. Yeah, Prime 3 had something similar with the ship stickers, where if you had save data from Mario Galaxy or Twilight Princess or whatever, you get the ship stickers. Got it. Temple key is here. I got 2 of the temple keys. I know where the last one is now. I know where the last one is. Scan these. Yeah, one thing that a Metroid Prime remake could also use there. Yeah, one thing that actually be a good idea, like Mario Sunshine has, like what Mario Sunshine got on the Switch there. It'd be cool if a Metroid Prime remake had GameCube support, so you could play like the original way there. They could also add the Prime 4 style controls and they could also add motion controls as well if they could. Like the motion controls for Mario Galaxy work pretty good on the Switch. For the pointer. Like they could use R to reset the pointer as well. Like Mario Galaxy has something like that, and Skyward Sword has something like that with its motion pointer. Yeah, but Prime 3 there, like they can make it work without motion controls, because the way they could use the grapple lasso, they could use the analog sticks to rip off the latches and such. Yeah, this is a fun part of the game here. This is the turret. Yeah, this is in the multiplayer mode as well. Another hunter wearing the traditional colors of Samus Aran. Made planetfall today. Horrific as it may sound, There are two of them now. We are bracing for a new assault. This dire turn of events may bear some good. When one of our scouts in Dark Ether saw a curious encounter, the Dark Hunter attacked the one clad as Samus near the Phazon site. Perhaps they are not allies, but foes perhaps. We can forge an alliance with the Dark Hunter and exchange Phazon for head of our common enemy. So what we're doing now that we're going to go in here. Scan this guy. My journey comes to an end. The thrice cursed prepared an ambush of singular cunning in the mining station. They caught me in it like a neophyte fresh from the training halls. I have sent 5 score of their number to whatever foul pit they call afterlife, but in vain my life is extinguished. 40% of all logbooks scanned. Got beam ammo expansion. It's gonna be used. That's useful. Expands my beam ammo to 50. Yeah, in this game, the beams are not the beam weapons are not energy based, but they're ammo based weapons. They use ammo instead of beams. It's a good way to use weapons, but it's hard to it can be hard sometimes to grind ammo for it. Go. Yeah, the temple key is just around the corner here. Yeah, that's right there is where the boss fight is. There's the temple key. Dark Temple key acquired. This is one of three keys needed to open a Dark Temple. Additional data download to inventory screen. All Dark Temple keys, Dark Aegon Temple keys found. Use them at the temple to gain entry. I'm gonna replenish my health here first. Yeah, before I leap into the fight there, I'm gonna replenish my health. I'm gonna go use the washroom as well. Okay, it's replenished at 99 now. Take the puff before you leap into the fight. It's good that I took a little while. I took a little bit of time there because the freaking health always. Yeah, Prime 2 there. That's a problem. That's something that you always have to do in Prime 2. You always have to stand in one of these health zones for a while and replenish your health. These safe zones create a challenge, though. Yeah, the light beam works really good on a Morbus. You'd have to go into it and bomb him while you have to bomb him in his mouth. Yeah, there's three of those things all in total. He just slams the egg. Ha! Two. There's one more now. Yeah, it's actually a much better way to fight this boss with the cinematic mode. More detailed. How do you guys like the cinematic mode there? Put right in the chat. Dark suit. Yeah, I never understood why it looks like the screw attack though. Like it has the same design, has the screw attack. That's why I never understood about the suit designs in the Prime games. They look like the designs of the suits. They collect the new suits, the design of the screw attack. Dark suit acquired! The damaging effects of Dark Aether will do less damage to you. Yeah, this item is really good. Platform rises. Yeah, the beams in Prime 2 are the dark beam is basically like the ice beam and the light beam is pretty much the plasma beam. Yeah, because it burns the enemies and such. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dark Suit is the first game besides Fusion to have a new design suit. Because the Varia's, besides the Power Suit and the Varia suit designs. Eat light, motherfucker! Freaking claps and blocks. Freaking pitfall blocks. That's what they're called. They're called pitfall blocks. Yeah, they're also in. They're mainly in the 2D games. But there's some of the 2.5D ball segments here. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4. One idea for one item that they could bring from the classic Metroid games in the Metroid Prime 4. One item, it would actually be a good idea. Would be the speed booster, and it would have the, and if they could use shine sparks and such, like the shines, like how the speed booster would work is that it would hold the left analog stick, like how you hold the left, how you do in Dread, and you would run. you would run and you would use the lock. You would use the L button, the lock button there, to stop Samus, where she could use the Shine Spark. Yeah, like she could. Yeah, like when she uses, when Samus uses the Shine Spark, she could. The camera angle changes from like a third person point of view. Like how the screw attack works in the Prime games. Yeah, the speed booster could be used to break through walls and such, get through walls and such, like it does in the 2D games. Yeah, the speed booster is also in Metroid Other M as well. And the speed booster in Other M works pretty good. The speed booster works pretty good in Other M. Yeah, if they plan on bringing back any water-based areas into the game, they can bring back the gravity boost from Prime 2. Bring back the gravity boost. Energy transfer complete. This temple's energy has been restored. Yes, this is gonna be the end. So this is gonna be the end of the stream for now, for today. So let's play the end of the playthrough for today. So preparing it's getting the outro. It's preparing to do the outro. Yeah, I started the stream early. I started the stream at 5 in the morning there because I wanted to have it at nighttime. Be like the light world, dark world thing in Metroid Prime. And it's lighted out right now, so I went from the dark world all the way to the light world. That's what I wanted to revisit the GameCube one because it's the one I liked as a kid. So, I'm gonna do the intro now. So, anyways, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my Twitter, check out my Instagram, check out my Bonfire store. Anyways, this is Phase Out God 420, and I am phasing out.